I just realized that there's a very, like, somber painting of him in the back.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that is a far cry.
Shape.
That's a far cry from what that man actually looks like. That's him in the glory days, I guess.
Yeah. Mr. Garrett appears to be out.
Well, that's not convenient for me.
Doing what?
Yeah, like, what is he doing? He doesn't got anything going on. He's a sad old man who can't walk. Oh, well, I suppose we'll just have to come back again later. Well, fuck you, Mr. Garrideb. Where are you, you bitch? Landlord.
Sack of
You
shit.
landlord fuck.
Oh no.
Oh.
Blair Witch brush it.
Again! He's just Blair Witching it!
Oh, Mr. Natsume is back. I mean, he can't leave, can he?
No, he can't. So he is. Mr. Natsume, hello!
I am a cat. Wagahai no neko.
He's a cat boy.
Oh, so you're a cat boy, huh?
Sorry?
I don't know who Mr. Natsume is, or Hairlock Shulms. I don't know about courts or trials or Old Baileys. I am a cat. That's what I am. Just a cat.
Oh god, bro. I've done this.
Oh, same. Mr. Naruhodo, he's trying to escape from reality.
Ah!
Get him!
We gotta kill him!
He's bringing love. Get him.
Trying to. He already has. Completely. So, what is your name then?
As yet, I have no name.
Mr. Naruhodo, he hasn't fully thought out his new identity yet. Maybe it's not too late to bring him back to reality.
Do you think you could open your eyes for us, Mr. Natsume? Hi.
I am not a cat.
No, you're not. I know.
It worked.
Me too, buddy.
He's back in the real world.
What's going to become of me? No! Don't answer that. It's obvious.
You're gonna die, bitch!
My accursed soul is never going to escape this accursed fate.
Mr. Natsume, no! This morning's proceedings in court proved that there's hope.
Yes, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire was brilliant, but the Reaper is omnipresent in court, in my lodgings. Here, there, everywhere.
What's he looking straight at me for? I think perhaps there are some things we should discuss.
Oh, yes, we must.
Alright, let's talk. Oh, and then I leave.
Okay, bye.
Bye!
My whole life, have I ever been so moved as I was today? No. Of course, if I cast my mind back, there were perhaps one or two other occasions that moved me more.
Fuck you, dude!
But if I just blocked those out, then today, being in that courtroom was it was the most moving experience of my life, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
You're too kind.
Scotland Yard found the remaining tea, just as we deduced, and are analyzing it as we speak.
There's nothing wrong with that tea. They would find a drop of poison in it. That's a solemn sworn Soseki certainty.
I like this guy a lot. Tell me, did you both drink the tea at the same time that night?
Oh, most definitely. Remember, drink tea while it's hot. We both poured it down our throats like it was a hot bath for our bellies.
And at the time, we were both completely fine.
As shown by the fact that he and Mr. Shamspear then engaged in the Romeo and Juliet match. I suppose the focus of tomorrow's proceedings will be how the poison was taken by the victim, then.
That rotten Shakespeare. What have I ever done to him?
You don't recall him taking issue with you over anything you've done recently?
I've been holed up in my room, immersed in books. I don't recall anything. Anything at all.
Wow, nothing? Right.
What I don't understand is why he didn't let me know sooner.
But you know what, Mr. Natsume?
About the soap, of course. What else?
Oh dear. Are you struggling with such a meager stipend?
Of course I am. If I had money. I wouldn't have chosen to live in a cursed existence in such a cursed
No,
lodging.
bro, same. Oh, yes. You said it's because the place is cursed that it's so cheap, didn't you?
Exactly. Especially the room that I rent. The spirit of that capital offender who lived there still haunts the place, and it's trying to kill me.
Who's that? Capital offender?
Might I ask, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, the next time you visit me, you bring scores of super soft soaps.
Okay. Tell me about that guy. This guy here. This one. This man.
What's this?
It's a newspaper cutting that we found in Mr. Shamspear's room.
Ah, so he knew, did he?
Sorry?
About this man, Selden. A convicted killer, and the evil spirit behind the curse that afflicts my lodgings.
What?
He's already taken one young man's life, and now he's trying to take the life of another. A miserable mustached, much maligned Japanese man.
Mr. Natsume, if you know something, please, you must tell us. Tell us everything you can about this evil spirit. Boom, baby, I'm so good at Ace Attorney.
The truth is, I didn't know the details myself until very recently. That Selden man was arrested about a year ago now. At that time, he was hiding out in lodgings at Mr. Garadeb's house.
Huh. What? He lived where you do now?
That's right, yes. Exactly where I live now, in my very room.
Oh my. Your room was previously occupied by a criminal found guilty of a capital
Yeah, but
offense?
that's like most places you can live in London.
But before his sentence could be carried out, he died in prison. That was 3 months ago now. And that's when it started. The curse.
Ghost.
Jinkies.
What really is the curse? You keep mentioning Mr. Natsume.
It's already caused one death, a few months after the criminal passed away in prison. A man died in the room. The man who rented it after Selden, in fact. The poor lodger. He was found dead in mysterious circumstances. The room was locked from the inside.
Whoa! Locked from the inside? Exactly like the case we're dealing with now. So that's the convict's curse, is it?
Yes, well, that was the start of it.
Do you have any idea how the lodger before you passed away, Mr. Natsume?
The official cause of death was asphyxia. When they discovered the body, the room was full of gas.
He farted himself to death.
No.
Gas?
He shitted himself to the
No.
grave.
Shitted and sharded.
I only found that out after I'd signed the lease. Mr. Garrett going to tell me later. I couldn't stop myself trembling.
Why wouldn't he mention that before?
Because
Yeah,
he's desperate to get it rented.
true.
In fact, if I'd known beforehand, I'd probably been too scared to take the room. Landlord's lease, luckily legal.
Lucky for Mr. Garadeb, maybe. But not so lucky for poor Mr. Natsume. And now you believe this curse is affecting you?
It is. At first. I just felt as though I was being watched all the time.
Is this we talked about this, but this is literally just another gas leak case. Except good?
Yeah.
And then you talked about having nightmares, didn't you?
The dead are trying to take me with them. They come for me to try to suffocate me.
Damn.
Just when I'm struggling to breathe, I wake up. And the room is as cold as ice.
But why is your room so cold?
Ghost.
London winters are too cold to bear without any heating on overnight. But for some reason, even though I light the stove before I climb into bed at night, the pie light always goes out and the room fills with gas.
Huh. But that's terrible. That's exactly the same situation as what led to the previous occupant's death. And then there's what happened to Mr. Shamspear last night, when he was mysteriously poisoned. There's clearly more to that incident than can be explained by a curse, though.
Whatever can be the cause of all these strange happenings in Mr. Garrideb's rooms?
I think I know. I think I understand. So they were talking about how this guy has a treasure, right?
Yeah.
And so that apartment was the last place he lived, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Shamspear must have heard of this and then come to live in the room. Is it next door or down a floor?
Down one floor.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's weird. Also, but like he must be there for that treasure. Otherwise, he wouldn't have this article underneath his. Well, why would that be there though? Would Shamspear hide that article under his floorboard?
Oh.
There's this. I don't think I fully have this figured out. But I want to go here. Because Shamspear was also here already, right?
Yeah, at the beginning.
Because that's this guy.
Called her ample woman.
Yeah. Oh, look, he painted Miss Green to the back.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all are supposed to be like detectives and lawyers and stuff. Piece this together, no? Oh, okay. Cool. Great.
What about the easel on the ground? Can you examine the easel?
Oh.
No,
No,
you
I
can't.
Well, okay then. What's in your
You
bag?
can move over, though. It must be a bag of Miss Green's personal belongings.
She would have been brought directly here after she was found stabbed on the pavement, though.
I expect a friend or family member probably brought some things for her.
Alright, then let's see what's inside. Wait, whoa, what? She's right there!
In front of her?
Right in front of her! A change of clothes, no doubt, and...
No, Mr. Naruhodo. You must never scrutinize a young maiden's personal belongings.
But the young maiden might have chocolates, or biscuits, or caramel. Wow, Naruhodo's just hungry.
He's trying to steal from her.
Oh dear. That's good. What's this little note here?
Yes, you're right.
What?
Oh.
Is she saying that Naruhodo would just eat pills?
Pill popper.
He just pops pills because he's hungry. Okay.
Look like candy.
Well... Oh, this is like suggesting that we go there. Is he here?
He's back, yeah.
The bitch is
Oh.
here! There he is.
the bitch is
The
back.
bitch is back. Ah, you're here now, Mr. Garrideb.
Right, body business it is for me, you know, getting out and about.
Were you at the Old Bailey by any chance?
Naturally. Fate of my lodgings hanging in the balance and all that. Not a trial to miss.
The fate of what's already been dubbed your haunted lodgings, yes.
Of course, the place has caused quite a stir around the capital on more than one occasion already.
You okay?
Dying.
Oh god.
Oh god!
Did you hit the loud too hard?
She's dying!
Oh. Good.
Good. Ahem.
There's all haunted lodgings or some such.
Ah. Well, at least he knows.
Makes you wonder what the place is going on, don't you know?
Right. Uh-huh.
Yes, I'm sure it does. In fact, thinking back to Mr. Natsume's other trial just 2 days ago. You were at the Old Bailey then as well, weren't you? Testifying with your wife about what happened. Stopped off at that prison on the way home, in fact. Beastly business.
I see.
So, what brings you to my haunted abode today, eh?
A lot of stuff, actually.
Some fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor chap of questionable character, eh? Yes, the house does seem to have become something of a magnet for rum fellows of late.
Rum fellows.
Rum thanks to that bally curse.
The convict's curse, you mean?
Ah, heard the stories, have you? Rotten scoundrel was arrested here, and that chap in the room goes and keels over. And there was that woman who dropped dead just outside of the street, not to mention the actor
She
yesterday.
didn't die!
My next day. Well, can't help but get the collie wobbles, can't you?
The what?
I fucking hate British slang. What the fuck does that mean?
What does that mean?
What you collie wobbles? Jeez, get with the program.
Okay, wow. I didn't know you were so full of Britishisms.
I'm so full of British. When you say the woman who dropped dead outside on the street, did you mean Miss Green?
Because Miss Green, who was stabbed by the knife, and Mr. Shamspear, who was poisoned last night, are both very much alive still.
Yes, well, so was that blasted convict's curse, it seems.
Well,
Personally, I should be quite content with such lodgings.
you would
Oh.
die instantly.
Oh, he's different.
A bath, a toilet, a fireplace, a fascinating history. Why, it sounds the lap of luxury.
You literally have a house.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, there's no bath or toilet included, and no fireplace either.
But you do look out for your tenants, don't you? By watching the rise and fall of the flames in your gas lamps up there.
Yes, never hurts to keep an eye on things. In case there are any mishaps or such
Like a murder or something.
I think you've had your mishap already today, sir.
That's not helpful, Mr. Sholmes.
Heaven forgive me. The words just came to my
She
lips.
has no impulse control. He does have ADHD.
Some fishy fellow from the Far East.
Wait,
with a
that's the
failed
same.
acting
Wait,
plate.
that's the same thing. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah.
There's no need for that, Mr. Garrideb.
That's right. Mr. Natsume is in no way fishy. He's a cat.
Yeah.
He is undeniably peculiar, however.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Is it right that he took the vacancy immediately after the previous tenant passed away?
Yes, that's right. I asked the estate agent to find someone and he popped up the very same day. Never come across a chap so keen for a place with a background, as it were.
I don't think it was the room's background he was keen on so much as the cheap rent, actually.
So, how long has Mr. Shamspeare been lodging under your roof? That failed actor chap. He can't stop.
Yeah, well, he has to say it.
Let me see. Oh, of course. Yes, it's been 3 months now. Quite sure of it.
Only 3 months. He's quite new here too, then.
And to what do you owe your certainty in that regard, Mr. Garadeb, if I might ask?
This happened 3 months ago, right? I think that's what they said.
Well, it was a Selden scoundrel, as it happens.
Selden? The convict, you mean? Do Selden and Shamspeare have some kind of connection, then?
That convict chap Selden passed away in the clink 3 months ago. Now, you see, some malady or other.
I know so many things.
Yes, we've seen the report from the newspaper at the time. Well, it was only 3 days later that the tragedian showed his face.
Tragedian, right?
You
I
know,
don't
you
know.
know
I think it's tragedian, yeah.
Tragedian.
the actor fellow. You know, the guy.
That guy, the one who died.
Almost.
Really?
Yes, I remember it quite distinctly.
'Tis small, this world we inhabit. Prithee, landlord, hear my request. I, the humble Shamspeare, do desire to take thy room on the middle floor, offered erewhile for rent.
Terribly sorry and whatnot. That won't be possible. I already have a lodger on the middle floor. Ground floor room's vacant, though.
Nothing can be made out of nothing. Let me repeat mine will unto thee.
Those crows must be muffling your ears. The room on the middle floor is taken. It's ground floor or nothing.
Very well, we have an accord.
I hate this guy.
Glad to hear it. Welcome to Briar Road. Oh.
Lo, a Shamspeare dance to celebrate.
I hate this guy. I want him to...
Shamspeare dance.
He didn't die, but I wish he did.
From what I heard in court today, sounds like the chap was thieving gas. It was 3 months in arrears with the rent, too. Yes, the fellow was a bally player, all right.
Arrears. Does that mean that he wasn't paying rent?
He just hasn't since he got there. Wow.
Well, why do you let him live there?
Thank you for your candor, Mr. Garadeb. We are most grateful.
We are?
By way of appreciation, allow me to say 1 or 2 words. Give me my robe. Put on my crown. I have immortal longings in me.
Why is he acting like a cat?
Catboy.
Catboy.
What's happened to you?
Shakespeare, my dear fellow, one of his most famous lines. I wish to divulge my own learnings of the subject, for I have a turn for literature too, you know.
Bro, I don't care. Perhaps you could turn your attention to more apt lines then. I'm gonna show him the photograph. Oh, I actually have to. Hey, Mr. Garadeb, look at this photograph. Mr. Garadeb, could I ask you to look at this photograph? It makes me laugh.
Damn it.
Is that your son who's with you there?
No, not at all. He was a lodger here once. Duncan Ross.
Duncan Ross is a great name.
It is.
Duncan Ross.
a street photographer happened to be passing, so I asked him to take a shot. Just for kicks, really. Just for shits.
Just for shits and giggles.
Was he by any chance the lodger before, Mr. Natsume?
He died!
Yes, that's right.
Ah, the young gentleman who died in the room in mysterious circumstances.
He died.
Just what Mr. Mustache was waiting for, one might say.
Well,
Yes, young Duncan lived in the room at the top of the first flight of stairs before the Japanese chap.
would you mind telling us a little more about him?
Yes, Duncan Ross. Young chap was attending art school. Had to work to pay for it, mind. Moved into the middle floor about a year ago, after that criminal Selden was arrested. Young students are always on the hunt for rooms with a history behind
That's
them.
not what they're looking for! A history of cheap rent, maybe, yes.
Yes, well anyway. It was one morning about a month ago now. I hadn't quite worked out the old trick of watching the gas lamps to see what my lodgers were up to at the time. So sadly, I was rather tardy to discover what had happened. The smell of gas that alerted me it was.
Ah, yes. It's not as with the smell of death.
Fart gas.
Called the police straight away, of course. The officer kicked the door off its hinges. But once we got inside, we all bally collapsed.
Because of the gas?
Yes, room was full of it. No air at all.
Wow.
Stove must have gone out while the poor chap was sleeping in his bed.
And then you didn't fix it! That's just like a landlord.
Oh god.
So Mr. Ross suffocated to death.
Of course the police gave me a sound ticking off because the gas pipes were all so old and all that. I can't tell you how much it set me back to have the lot replaced over all the house.
He did fix it. But even after you had all that work done, Mr. Natsume says the same thing. That the stove goes out at night whilst he's asleep in bed.
Well, that's just the bally curse. The convict's curse. I've done my duty as a landlord now.
I don't believe you. Someone's feeling defensive.
Ah, that reminds me, actually.
Yes?
About young Duncan, the night before the poor chap perished. He'd been writing a letter. A letter of affection to a young lady.
I see.
A love letter, you mean? Yes, where did I put it now? Ah, here it is. Left it on my desk.
If you'll excuse me. Let me see now. What does it say?
Let me read it.
He can't read.
To my most beautiful and charming sweetheart.
That's me. Do you think that we should be reading such a personal piece of correspondence?
My dear Mr. Sato, that is precisely why I preface my reading with, if you'll excuse me.
I said no offense. I will not excuse you, Mr. Sholmes, no. Sadly, he didn't address it, though. So I have no means of delivering the thing. Rather sad, really.
I see. That's going to play in my mind.
Really, the identity of Mr. Ross's sweetheart has no bearing on the case.
Well, but I know who it is.
I think we should leave well alone.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Indeed, the intended recipient's address is missing, however. There is a name attributed to the man's most beautiful and charming sweetheart.
Mr. Sholmes, please. I've already had to chastise you about this once.
My undying love to you, my colorful darling. Olive green.
Olive green!
Oh.
She gets dick. Olive green?
And he lays pipe.
Hell yeah, he does.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Well, he did.
He did.
He did, and then Mr. Garrett had to lay more pipe. Get it? Because he had to replace the... Okay.
Yeah.
The woman who was plunged into a coma after a knife plunged into her back outside this house 5 days ago. The victim of the last case Soseki-san was in court for, who regained consciousness only yesterday. Is it just chance that her name has come up now? Could it possibly be a mere coincidence?
Her web connects them all, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, Lila gave us -2. -2 rep?
What? Mr. Naruhodo, whatever can this mean?
Reading personal correspondence can have its merits, you see, Mr. Sato.
No.
Oh.
Horse.
Horseman.
Horse.
That man is a horse. And then that's
That man's a
all
horse.
we got
That
here.
man's a horse. You're not looking at me, horse.
Horses can't
Like my
horses
remix?
can't look at you. Horses don't have eyes. They have solid globes of hate in their skull.
Mr. Naruhodo, I've just finished speaking with a doctor. It seems Miss Green is well enough to be discharged at last.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
It took forever to do it.
Yeah. This is good news, and hopefully...
Oh,
What is it? Drinking her juice. Miss Green! Oh, it's like Romeo and Juliet. What was that? She clearly just hid something behind her back. Rotate her! Oh, she did.
one moment. I'll be with you in a jiffy. It's her era bottle.
The fucking note sitting there like a Doom power up.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, everyone. What are you all doing here?
Oh,
Are you okay?
yeah, I'm okay.
The doctor said I can be discharged, so I'm just getting my things together. Miss Green, what were you just doing? Oh, nothing, really. I was just about to take some medicine the doctor prescribed for me, that's all.
I don't believe you. Well, we were hoping to have another quick chat with you, if that's all right.
I don't really have anything else to tell you.
All right, she's definitely behaving strangely. Let's see if we can't coax something out of her. Hey, who's this? Miss Green, we were hoping to ask you about someone. Mr. Duncan Ross. You knew him, didn't you? She's dead! Well, that did it. Oh no, I'm so sorry. The bottle of medicine fell down when she did.
Oh, Miss Green, are you alright?
She fucking died.
Slipped on banana peel.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you like that.
No, it's alright. I just wasn't expecting it. But how do you know about Duncan? Mr. Ross had been writing a letter when he passed away. The landlord found it in his room. It was a very personal letter to you.
And we didn't read it.
We only read the beginning.
Nobody
Promise.
read it.
It was at the art school. That's where I met Duncan, a year ago now. He was working to fund his studies. He dreamt of becoming a professional artist one day. And the two of you become romantically involved? Yes, that's right. We were very much in love. We were engaged to be married, actually.
Oh, wow.
No. I decided to move into a cheaper room to save money for the wedding.
Oh,
I'm
this
about to
is so
die.
sad.
Yeah.
And that's what led him to Mr. Garadeb's.
Yes. He told me he'd found the worst, cheapest room in the entire East End. And then, 1 month ago, that's when it happened. I'm so terribly sorry, Miss Green. Well, it's all in the past now, I suppose. Poor Miss Green. She looks desperately sad.
She always looks like that.
Well, why wouldn't she? Boyfriend died a month ago, and she got stabbed.
She did. You know, she did also get
And
stabbed.
harassed by Shamspear.
Yeah, that's true.
Giant rat in the room.
Shakespeare did a fucking stupid dance. Hey, the rat in the room is not a minus. That's a plus.
It's her little friend.
Oh, he literally said that. I was starting to think that's just her look.
She just has resting bitch face.
But now I see that she has every reason to feel the universe is against her. Poor girl. How's this going? It's wonderful news that you're going to be discharged, Miss Green.
Oh, yes. I mean, thank you. Once people are better, the hospital staff don't want them lingering and wasting space. Not people like me, anyway.
What do you mean, people like you?
So I don't think I should keep anyone waiting. I probably shouldn't stand around and chat.
She certainly doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk, that's for sure.
I do hope you won't think I'm being rude, but... Would you mind leaving me in peace now? I have to leave the hospital soon.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean to hold you up. Of course, we'll be on our way.
Mr. Naruhodo.
The rats!
Surely we're not about to leave. That's quite out of the question.
I saw the tail there and knew immediately. What? Mr. Sholmes, I didn't realize you were here.
The rat drank the Danganronpa blood.
No.
But of course I was, my dear fellow, watching intently from the shadows as always.
Batman.
Well, make your presence known next time.
Mr. Sholmes, what's this about?
Something which occurs to me with some regularity, Mr. Sato, is this. Why do detectives insist on such an ex post facto modus operandi? Why solve a case after it's happened?
Bro, shut the fuck up.
Can you get to the point?
Instead of preventing a case before it happens. That is what sets a great detective apart.
Well, that's how you get, what's that movie? Where they have thought crimes.
Oh, Minority Report.
Yeah, then you get Minority Report and it sucks and is bad. What do you mean?
There is a case waiting to happen under our very noses, Mr. Naruhodo. Let us avert disaster. Let us prevent this case from ever happening.
Just say there's a
Nothing but
hazard.
Careful observation.
There's deadly poison in this room. That's all you needed to say. All right.
All the clues you need are set before you. You only look, and you cannot fail to see.
Yeah!
You can do it, Mr. Naruhodo. I know you can. Yippee!
Yippee! Lila, that's literally what cops do. That's literally what they do. Oh, I shouldn't have let that happen. Oh, uh-oh. Stupid. That mouse seems to be dead. Look, I didn't notice it there before, did you?
I think perhaps it drank the medicine that spilled out of the bottle.
Yeah, the medicine.
But that's the bottle that Miss Green was about to drink from when we arrived.
That's weird. You don't think...
I see you've come to appreciate the true nature of this scene.
Oh my god.
That of a tragedy about to take place.
It's like Romeo and Juliet. Yes, I think it's falling into place. Miss Green, the contents of the bottle you had before is spilt out on the floor. And the poor mouse that drank it has sadly died. You killed a mouse!
Ah.
I think it's clear that the bottle must have contained a powerful poison. You had a poison?
Don't worry. I will attend to the mouse presently. A burial.
I'll bring it back to life.
Clear.
Miss Green. Were you intending to go the same way as that rodent? Take your own life. A rare serious, Herlock.
I know. Ah.
Once we'd left, you would have put it to your lips again, wouldn't you? And taken the poison?
No! Miss Green, please. Please talk to us.
We're friends. I want to look at the note. Wait. Dun dun dun. It feels as though this card must be relevant. I mean, when we first arrived, Miss Green was standing with it in her hand in what can only be described as a very tense atmosphere.
Yes. It may very well be related to whatever incident Mr. Sholmes believed was about to happen here.
Is it a coincidence that she was outside and got hit by the knife? Because that's the envelope. That's this envelope. That she has. And it was opened in Shamspeare's room. So I'm kind of maybe assuming that she had been in there. Which is interesting.
Perhaps we should ask Miss Green about it.
Yeah, maybe. Hi. Okay.
And seconds later, we would have arrived at a very different scene here. In all probability, we would not have enjoyed this most delightful conversation. Of course, perhaps it hasn't been quite so delightful from your perspective, Miss Green.
Actually, in a way, now that everything's out in the open, I feel like a weight has been lifted.
Tell me, how did you acquire that medicine? A doctor gave it to me.
Well, with this being a hospital and all, when the doctor comes to examine me in the mornings, he always leaves the medicine cabinets open for a while, so I snuck this out when he wasn't looking. And there's just poison in there.
Wow, why is there just poison in there?
Oh, it conspicuously lacks a label. I wonder what it contains.
I'm afraid I don't really know. But I thought, if I drank it, it might just stop the pain somehow. Oh, please, Miss Green. Don't talk of such things.
Oh, Susato. Well,
Honestly, like, what a tragic character.
yeah, this poor girl. Well, it seems clear now that it contains poison.
Yes, that poor little mouse is proof of
Miss
that.
Green, I can't believe I'm putting you on trial for the murder of this mouse.
It was an accident. Oh no. Oh, it's all my fault. What have I done? See, she's grieving.
Okay.
I shall remove this to my office, Miss Green. I take it you have no objections?
My poison.
No, none.
You have to live for that mouse.
Neither the sender's name or address appear to be written on the envelope or the card. It arrived by post at my home the day before the incident that put me in the hospital here.
Huh. I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Come to the Slug and Salad on Briar Road at 5 p.m. on 17th. Don't tell anybody else about this letter or the meeting. It is a matter of utmost importance.
Salad and slug.
Salad and Slug. Wait a minute. The 17th of this month? That's the day you were stabbed on Briar Road.
And 5 p.m.
It is precisely the time when the incident occurred.
It's February, right?
Yeah?
Yeah?
I think so. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
did she get stabbed on my birthday? But it's definitely not March.
Yeah.
And she's wearing green.
Slug and salad, yes. Pub in the northern corner of Briar Road.
Briar Road, being the street that Mr. Garrett's house is on.
Does this mean that... Yes. I'm sure you've guessed. That day, when I was struck in the back by the knife, I was actually on my way to the slug and the salad. Goodness.
So that's what you were doing
That's-
on Briar Road that day.
I'm sorry I didn't say anything before.
Well, you didn't know it was relevant, so, I mean, fair.
I think I really will have to ask you to excuse me now. I've told you everything.
Yes, I'm very sorry to have had to drag up such painful memories for you.
No, it's fine. Miss Green. Please, promise us you won't try to do anything like that again. Yes, don't worry. Your detective friend has the bottle now anyway. And besides, I've been stabbed in the back and had a close shave with a bottle of poison, and I'm still here. I think I'm destined to see things through to the end. It might sound a little conceited, but well, that's how all this has made me feel.
Oh. Leaving Miss Green and St. Bartholomew's behind, we made our way back to Baker Street with Mr. Sholmes.
Well, it would appear we've reached the end of our investigative trail for today.
Yes, it's late.
And, Mr. Naruhodo? Did you discover anything that may be of use to you in court tomorrow, do you think?
Details about Mr. Shamspeare, Mr. Garrideb's lodgings, the convict, Selden. There are many facets to this case, and we're yet to see to the heart of it, if you ask me. That's my feeling, anyway.
Can't help wondering about the results of the analysis.
Into Mr. Natsume's tea, you mean?
Yes. Will they have found strychnine in it or not?
Well, I fear that either way, it will be hard to escape the grip of our friend Mr. Reaper.
He's got that gorilla grip.
Shut up!
Oh dear.
Yes, Barak van Zeeks.
But I wish you every success, of course. And though I was late to rise this morning, tomorrow will be a new dawn. I intend to spring from my bed at the crisp hour and attend the trial.
Wow, okay. Oh, no.
Mr. Sholmes, you're going to come?
You going to come?
Indeed.
You're going to come?
Whatever happens, I shall be there. Yes, assuming my eyelids cooperate in the morning. What a mood.
What a mood, honestly. Well, I think we've done all we can. All that's left is to remain focused and keep fighting for Mr. Natsume's cause until the very end. Hell yeah. London, the world's most prosperous city, home to some 6 million people. But away from the razzle-dazzle, back down alleys, and behind bricked-up windows, the lonely lurk. Soseki-san had battled long and hard with loneliness during his many months here. And so I felt honor-bound to battle equally hard for my compatriot, to lift the curse that gripped him. As Mr. Sholmes said, tomorrow would be a new dawn, for all of us.
Hooray.
Hooray! To be continue. Man. This case is really fucking interesting.
I know, it's so good.
Like...
It's so funny that, like, such a mediocre case can have such an amazing sequel.
Yeah, I know. Like, I don't know how any of these pieces actually fit. I guess I kind of have an idea, but I don't know, like, how Duncan Ross fits into it. Like, how does Olive Green, like, why is that relevant? What's up? Like, I think Shamspeare must think that Selden's treasure is in the apartment. And if we are kind of following the train of thought, because Duncan Ross died of a gas leak in his apartment, there could be kind of an implication that maybe Shamspeare did it, but Shamspeare didn't live there yet and wouldn't have had access to the room, right? But, or was he trying to kill Soseki? Is that what's up? He's a gas thief. I don't know if he's a murderer. What a mystery.
It's a mystery.
It is a mystery. It's almost like that's the point, or something.